Welcome to Owning a Piece of America. I'm Faith Bautista. A sobering report recently released by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, disclosed that 20% of the nation's homeless are in California. Our guest today is not taking the issue sitting down. He serves as San Diego's first commissioner on homelessness and recently co-authored the Veterans Housing and Homeless Prevention Act of 2014. Serving his second term representing California's 77th Assembly District, Assemblyman Brian Meienschein. A big part of your public service career has always been centered on keeping a roof over the head of Californians. You authored AB 447, which prohibits discrimination in property insurance. How prevalent were these malpractices prior to AB 447, and who were the usual victims? Assemblymember Brian Meienschein?
It's good to see you. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me. The bill was important, I think, for a few reasons. One of which is we wanted to make sure that people weren't discriminated solely on the basis of having Section 8 vouchers. So insurance companies now, because of my bill, are prohibited from discriminating and denying insurance solely based on having a Section 8 voucher to pay for housing. And now, if there's other factors that insurance companies want to use, that's great. They can continue to use that, and it's important. But what we wanted to make sure was people who are in need, in particular need of housing, would be able to get that and wouldn't have to jump through additional hurdles that not only made it more difficult, but also made it more costly to get into housing.
Well, that is so true. So with the viewers that we have, what kind of help do you want from us to make sure that we pass this bill?
Well, the good news is we got it passed this last session. We've got a couple more bills upcoming. As you said, I'm committed to providing housing opportunities. As you know, I was the homeless commissioner for San Diego County, so it's something that's particularly important to me to make sure that we're providing that type of housing to get people off the streets, get them services. So we have a number of bills that we're going to work on really during my entire time in the legislature to make sure that San Diegans and all Californians, frankly, have these opportunities.
And the reason why I ask if whatever you need help from us, because sometimes even the bill pass, but when you do not get the buy-in from this insurance, they'll always find a way of not following it.
Yeah, there's always, opportunities for your viewers to come in and help with these important pieces of legislation, and you're exactly right, Faith. Whether it's something that's going through the legislative process or something that's already been enacted to make sure that it's functioning correctly.
So, would it be good if they send letters, or maybe they send their insurance carrier that?
If they send it to our office, we'll make sure that it gets to the Department of Insurance to make sure that this legislation's being followed.
Good, because we just had a meeting with Commissioner Jones, and he's pretty good insurance commissioner. So what penalties do insurance companies face if they're found to be in violation of AB 447?
So what will happen is, whether it's either through a civil suit or it's actually enforced through the Department of Insurance, through the insurance commissioner, would penalize them and subject them to any sorts of penalties if they don't comply with the new legislation.
And I think we need to encourage also people that they need to file a complaint. The problem with minorities is, I'm not being racist, but the white always, they can complain because it's easy to speak. But for English is their second language, they don't know how to complain, or they're afraid if they're going to complain, are they gonna get back to us, and the insurance will go up, especially for also the undocumented ones.
Well, and really anybody who's facing this, if there's an instance where this law isn't being complied with, or an instance of discrimination, we encourage anybody who faces that to come forward and let either my office know or the insurance commissioner know, because this is important legislation, and we want to make sure that it's followed.
Perfect. You're also known for your work toward helping the state's homeless population. You started this advocacy when you were still in San Diego City Council, where you served as its first commissioner on homelessness. Tell us about Assembly Bill 1500.
Well, 1500 was one more piece of the puzzle to help get more housing built for the homeless and get transitional housing built as well. And so what this did was this got rid of some of the CEQA requirements which make it more costly, more time consuming to get this housing built. So I anticipate now for cities and counties across the state, it will be easier for them to get transitional housing, to get homeless shelters built in their region.
And Assemblyman Brian, for the homelessness, I read the other day in Wall Street Journal that if you give them a longer home, longer stay in the home, the homelessness will go away or it will decrease.
I think I think that's true. You're right that came out. That study just came out. It's something that I saw when I was working on this in San Diego. I had another bill that would allow families to stay longer through housing vouchers in the state of California. In other words, to allow them to stay non-consecutively, which I thought was important too for that reason. And you're right. When we get them in housing and get them the services they need, so many of these people, their homelessness can be permanently ended. And they can go on to become taxpayers and do other great things in our community.
Right, and I think we should also encourage the regulators, the financial institutions, that maybe those homes that they can donate, because they have a lot of homes that they foreclose, and to save them, we can encourage them, donate it to the city, let the city manage, and then let some of the people to live in there.
That'd be great.
We'll be back more with Assemblyman Brian Meinsheim. You're watching Owning a Piece of America. NAAC is a HUD-approved nonprofit organization that can help you in homeownership, small business, broadband literacy, energy efficiency, and consumer protection. NAAC provides down payment assistance, restore your credit, provides pre- and post-purchase counseling, and we will make sure that you would be a sustainable homeowner when you go through NAAC. If you're having a hardship in your loan mortgage, call NAAC for loan modification.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year, 1 in 195 million. The odds of the child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 68. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
Welcome back to Owning a Piece of America. California is known for its tech industry, but when we speak of tech industry, the first thing that comes to mind is the Silicon Valley. Not a lot of people know about the tech industry in San Diego, and you're very instrumental in promoting its growth. What makes San Diego a viable location for thriving technology industry?
I think there's a lot of reasons. I mean, I'm so proud to represent what is, if not the largest, at least the second largest biotech, high-tech life sciences hub in the state of California, and a center in the world. We're doing such great things in San Diego, whether it's trying to cure diseases. We're at the forefront of cures for research and curing, ultimately, Alzheimer's, diabetes. So many things are coming out of San Diego. High-tech.
So why is that people don't know about it?
Well, certainly, I think Silicon Valley was kind of the hub of it initially in the center, and so it kind of was formatted in people's minds. But if you look at the numbers, we're nipping at their heels really in every area, and really surpassing them in other areas. I certainly run around the state capitol being a cheerleader for our high-tech, life sciences and biotech. They provide great jobs. And if you look at all the jobs that we have in San Diego because of these companies, they're doing huge things for society, curing diseases, making our lives easier. And I think San Diego is a hub because we have great weather. It's a great place to live. People want, it's innovative. The way we think and act and live in San Diego, I think, really fosters a culture that makes this possible. And let's face it, if you were starting a company, or where would you want to have your employees live?
Exactly.
San Diego.
But let's talk about the tech companies, right? I mean, they are very bad in diversity. I mean, we sent a complaint to FCC about like Google, Facebook, Apple. Diversity is not there. How are the tech companies in San Diego when it comes to diversity?
I think the San Diego companies reflect San Diego. And if you look at our makeup in terms of diversity in San Diego, I think our tech companies do a really good job of making sure that diversity is reflected in the workforce there.
And I think also the reason why San Diego is not so known about tech companies is because San Diegans are so selfish. They love the city so much that they don't want people to go there.
We can't tell too many people about it because everyone will move there.
Right. So besides your effort to reduce homelessness, foster economic growth and education, you're also a staunch advocate of animal rights. In fact, you were recently named Legislator of the Year by an animal advocacy organization. Can you tell us more about AB 1821, which you co-authored with Assemblyman Richard Gordon?
It's a bipartisan effort. I authoring it with my colleague Rich Gordon, who's a Democrat. And we've worked really closely together on this issue.
So Republican and Democrat can work together?
We can. We're showing it can be done, which I think is important. It's how it should be. It's how the two parties should come together to do something right and to represent the people well. And let's face it, animals aren't a partisan issue. And we have a bill. This bill will allow where there's dog fighting rings under current law. When the Humane Society comes in or when law enforcement comes in, every single dog that is associated with that ring has to be destroyed. And if you look at some of these rings have hundreds and hundreds of dogs, of which maybe only 5 or 10 are actually involved in fighting. It turned out that 200, 300 of all those other dogs also had to be put down. What our bill would do would be allow the local animal society, animal shelter, to evaluate the dogs. The ones that are vicious and can't be redeemed, unfortunately do have to be put down. And that's the way of it. They are too vicious to be around humans and other animals. Having said that, there's a whole host of them that aren't. And so this would allow them to be evaluated, and if they're suitable to be adopted, they can be adopted. And I think it's a humane way of dealing with this really tragic issue.
You're going to go to heaven for that bill. There are times when we find ourselves complaining about the things we want but don't have, like a house that's not pretty enough, or a meal that's not tasty enough. A lot of times, however, the things we complain about are the other things many others can only dream about. So, Brian, can you just talk about how do we make ourselves be better so we don't complain? I mean, this is more of an advice for the viewers.
I think we have so much to be grateful for. If we're alive at probably the best time in world history to be alive. We live in the greatest country on earth. We live, in my opinion, the greatest state in the country. We're so blessed to have what we have. And I do think you're right. I mean, I remember once hearing a slogan that I really liked, which is "Want what you have." And I think that's important. I've always kept that in mind. Is I think too many times people are focused on things they don't have and they want it. But so many of us are so blessed with what we have, even if it's a loved one, our children, our parents, our spouse. All those things are really blessings.
I know. Sometimes we forget the value of just even living in this beautiful country.
Yeah.
Even despite what's happening in the election in America. But if you look at other countries, in Brazil, in the Philippines, it's worse than a country, right?
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at the history of the world, we're so fortunate to get to live in the United States of America. It's just such a tremendous opportunity for anybody here in this country. And we have our ups and downs like anybody, but America has always landed on its feet.
That's right. Thank you again, Brian, for being our wonderful guest. It's been so great, been working with you. Thank you.
Always great seeing you, Faith.
Owning a Piece of America presents Lifestyle with Asian Journal.
My name is RJ Oriel. I was born in Los Angeles, educated in San Francisco, and worked in New York. Traveling is my job, and writing is my passion. I am moving to the Philippines to work as the editor-in-chief of Balikbayan magazine. It's a magazine dedicated to exploring the beauty, culture, and modernization of the Philippines. To connect Balikbayans to the Philippines is a task I must complete, a challenge I must accept, a new world I must discover.
One unheard message.
Hi RJ, before you leave, I think you deserve some vacation. Go to Balay Isabel. You'll like it there. Enjoy your stay. Bye.
Balikbayan Task of the Week. Be pampered by the beauty of Balay Isabel. Club Balay Isabel is located at Fairways Drive, Talisay, Batangas. This fastest growing resort south of Manila is just a 2-hour drive from the metro. If there's any quick destination that you can go to for Christmas time, it's got to be Tagaytay, Batangas, and there's no better place to spend it than Balay Isabel. Balay Isabel sits right in front of the Taal volcano. It's actually immaculate and gorgeous, and a perfect place to spend Christmas with your family, with your friends, and we're going to show you why this is a great place to stay. Club Balay Isabel is an ideal holiday getaway destination as it is nestled right on the shores of the world-famous Taal Lake. It is comprised of villas, hotels, restaurants, and pools, a great place to relax and become one with nature. So I'm joined now with Mr. Nelson Terrible, the owner and grand builder of Balay Isabel here in Batangas, which is located right in front of Taal volcano. So Mr. Nelson, when did you originally build Balay Isabel?
Actually, we acquired this place, the first 3 hectares, back in September 2005.
2005 only?
2005. Then we started developing the road only in 2006. It started as a resort in April 2007, with only 6 rooms.
6 rooms only.
And of course the clubhouse and the swimming pool. Yeah.
Wow, excellent. Yeah. And now it's really, it's starting to mature. I mean, 9 years, or 9 years.
7 years.
7 years later.
From opening in
it's this huge, vast resort.
It was never planned to be a resort in the first place. Our plan, because we're a developer, we've been in the business for 30 years, so we just planned to sell it as house and lot. But things changed in 2007. That was January.
It evolved.
I think people start coming like Hewlett-Packard and Pepsi, and they were trying to book for a family gathering for April 2007, summer 2007. But we told them that no, we're not a resort. We can't accommodate you because they need accommodation for 150 packs.
Wow.
But then again, in February, we decided to give it a go because still a lot of people trying to inquire. We were open for summer. So we agreed, and in 45 days we finished this
in 45 days.
And 6-room hotel. And I think we had 2 villas at the time. And just this space. And nothing more. And it started from there. So things became different from then on.
Okay, so we're walking over to get in the golf carts, and then we're gonna check out some of the activities that they have here and all the cool facilities. So many, it seems like they have something for everyone here. If you're coming to just relax and enjoy and feel the energy of the volcano, come and relax and enjoy that. Or if you want to do some activities and exercise and everything, you have that too. Great place for family activities, a paradise to get away, and it's so close to Manila that it's a great weekend getaway. I think that's the great thing. Okay, we're ready to go around and check out the entire Balai Isabel. Come on everyone, let's go. Balai Isabel has 3 pools. The Taratsa pool, Talisay pool, and the largest of all is the Kamintang pool. So we're here at the Kamintang pool, which is their massive, massive pool. The children's area for the pool is over there, and that's huge in its own right. And this one is just it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful over here. I think this is the biggest pool I've ever seen, actually. How many square meters is this?
It's about 2,000 square meters.
Wow, that is massive. It's so blue, and then it looks like it pours right into the lake. Look at that, that's nice. Oh, so you can come out here and hang out with your family. Kids must really, really have a great time here and enjoy this pool.
NAAC is a HUD-approved nonprofit organization that can help you in homeownership, small business, broadband literacy, energy efficiency, and consumer protection. NAAC provides down payment assistance, restore your credit, provides pre- and post-purchase counseling, and we will make sure that you would be a sustainable homeowner when you go through NAAC. If you're having a hardship in your loan mortgage, call NAAC for loan modification.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Maybe he's really focused.
Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today.
So we're standing right in front of the lake here, and the water is so calm and it's beautiful. It's really, oh, this spot must be an amazing, this is a great spot just to check out the Taal volcano. But here they have you can see behind me is the jet skis, and you can go kayaking on this cool, cool water. So eventually you're gonna set up a boardwalk over here.
On that side. It's going to be a seawall actually, but we can make use of it as a place where people can have dinner, cocktails during sunset. And I think it's a lot of people, they can also do some fishing on that side.
Wow, excellent. Fishing's cool too.
This will be the site we'll be hosting the 2015 triathlon here.
Yeah.
At Isabel.
Very cool.
That would be in January.
And then you mentioned that, well, this is becoming a great place for retirees to come and enjoy retirement here. There's a lot of facilities that they can enjoy. And you have people already investing in retirement here.
Yes. We have several from the U.S.
See, excellent,
From Chicago, from Fresno, from Las Vegas, other places like New York, but Europe, like from London and from Greece. We have somebody from the Philippines married to a Greek guy, and they're retiring here in the Philippines.
Wow, that's cool. But it's also like a great investment too, because it's so close to Manila, and it's great to just come here for the weekend and get away from the big city and everything. or just in general have a great piece of a place to come home when you come home to the Philippines, you know, and just enjoy a vacation.
A lot of locals invest here also.
A lot of locals too.
There's a lot of locals.
Yeah. Excellent. If you're looking for a place to tie the knot, Balay Isabel is the place to do just that. Aside from the picturesque view, which is ideal for your proposal and honeymoon, they also have a place for you to have your grand ceremony. So we're standing in front of their wedding church, which is called the Spouse of Mary and Joseph. Yeah. This is beautiful architecture that you guys did with this church too, the way you designed it.
Yeah.
It has this kind of old
I just borrowed the idea from a church in Barcelona.
Oh, no kidding, really?
The exterior. But the inside is entirely ours.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Okay. Let's check it out. So if you're planning to have a wedding here, you should definitely book ahead and plan ahead.
Yeah. If it's between December to May, then might as well book it 2 years in advance.
Yeah. Wow. But you have bookings already all the way to 2017? Unbelievable, yeah. So if you want to get married here, they have a church, but book ahead and plan ahead. Beautiful church. Excellent. And to top it all off, have a glass of wine at Balay Isabel's winery. So this is the Datu wine room that you recently built. Wow, excellent. It's nice and cold in here too. Oh, I love the wood and interior that you guys did here.
Yeah, these are all a collection of old furnitures. We love to recycle, so a lot of the stuff you see here, these are all recycled stuff.
Excellent. Wow.
And these are the excess materials from some of our projects. You can see the granite countertop. Yeah. These are supposed to be thrown away.
Oh wow! So yeah, that's good you use that.
We try to
otherwise
make some use for them.
Yeah, the design of it's, you know, you got like a Swiss feel a little bit in a way. Yeah.
This can fit, say, a small group. Maximum is 20.
20.
But the idea here is like you want to relax.
Yeah, have a drink.
Have a drink with some friends. It's a private, private gathering.
Private, yeah. Yeah, you have a collection of
different
alcohol and liquor.
Alcohol.
You got this good scotch and whiskey over here. Yeah. This is a gentleman's paradise over here.
Some are very old.
Yeah. This is a cool place. You can come in and play chess and drink wine and stuff like that. Excellent place. Very nice, Tito. I like this. All right. Cool. I think I'll definitely come here sometime with friends, maybe my dad too. Yeah. From the lush trees and serene ambiance to world-class amenities and services, Club Balay Isabel is definitely one of the places to go this holiday season. Bring your family and friends. Indulge in the beauty of Club Balay Isabel.